time to press ahead.
Ah, a familiar face and a fondly remembered one indeed. How have you been, Karlak?
Very, very hot.
You're agitated. I'd keep an eye on that. My Steel Watch are sensitive to anything they perceive as a threat.
Very clever. Fabricating people to do your fighting for you. But they won't be able to protect you forever, Gortash.
I never meant to harm you, dear. Merely to help you realize your vast potential.
You sent me to the Hells. You let Zariel take my heart, as though any of it was yours to give away.
The greater good, Karlak. Something I wouldn't expect you to understand.
You feel no regret, do you? All right. How about fear, then?
Oh, you do quite misunderstand. I've already made a deal with your companion. We need each other.
Do we now? The man doesn't know the meaning of the word respect. He'll double-cross us at the first opportunity.
You're wrong, Karlak. I'm sorry you're still sore about how things ended between us, but that was 10 years ago. We must look to the future.
You have no future. There will come a time, sooner than you think, when death comes knocking on your door. You'll swing that door open, and you'll cower before what you see, and you'll beg, "Please, Karlak, spare me. I can't wait."
You have the Netherstones. They resonate with my own. I commend you for putting an end to Orin's madness. She must be screaming bloody murder in the Hells even now. And you brought Karlak to heel. See that she remains obedient. My offer's not for her. It's for you. You can be my equal. We will raise a black keep in Baldur's Gate. Then we will conquer the Sword Coast and unite all its peoples under our rule. But first,
The brain awakens. We must act now. Faithful, come forward. Hand me the Netherstones, and we will rule as one.
That is the royal we, I think. Little men do not like to share power.
You spot the hint of a smile. He is testing you. He wants you to refuse.
I'm not here for games. Hand me the stones, or face the black hand of Lord Bane. As they should. I was merely testing you. This should be an alliance of peers. You've got a backbone, and the makings of a leader. The Dark Lord Bane blesses our alliance. Our time is short. The Elder Brain is held beneath the city. We must go to it if we're to control it. There is a vessel to the Morphic Pool where the Brain feeds. I will wait for you at the pool. With the Netherstones in hand, the Brain can't resist us. We will be absolute. with an infected army at our beck and call. First, we take Baldur's Gate, then Faerun. All of Toril will soon follow, 1,000 kingdoms at our command.
Lady of Sorrows, guide us. Did you want something?
Copper for your thoughts.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
This way! Quick! We need to talk.
Control.
The brain is about to break free. We have no time to lose. We either shackle it by the force of our will and usher in a new age, or the city breaks. You have survived shadows, defied gods, and overcome many challenges to be here. But that doesn't mean you're ready for what comes next. For that, you will have to be much, much stronger. I don't doubt your conviction, but I'd be a fool to expect victory. The brain has grown incredibly powerful. Confronting it is madness, but there's no other way. If either of us falters, both of us die. Come, let's end this.
My mind. It's being drained. Must be close.
Transform. Transform.
Decide. Execute. Decide.
Transform.
Become.
Rise. I, Lord Enver Gortash, chosen of Bane, command you.
It's close. Have the stones ready.
By the Dark Lord. How did it grow so large?
You think you know why you are here? You think that by allying with the last of the chosen and uniting the Netherstones, you can destroy me? You are wrong.
It's messing with your mind. Don't listen to it. Use the stones.
as I intended. The crown is now mine to command. Mine alone.
Don't listen to it. Focus on the crown.
The crown is not my weakness. It is what made me what I am.
You are delusional. The crown is how we controlled you.
The delusions are all yours, Gotash. You controlled me only for as long as I allowed you to. You have played your part. The next order to be given is mine, and it is this. Die. You had your role to play, too. Who do you think told the Chosen about the Astral Prism? Who do you think planted the knowledge of Orpheus's power and the fear of what it could do? When the Chosen sent my thralls to retrieve the prism, who do you think let the Emperor slip its leash, knowing it would be the one to bring you to me?
Were you a part of its plan?
I only needed one Netherstone loosened from the Chosen's grasp to guarantee my freedom. You brought all three back to me. In doing so, you have liberated me. This was your role, and it is complete. Now you will witness the grand design.
Shit! No! It's all been leading to this! We stop the brain! Now!
called you out just in time. The situation is worse than I thought. This is an elder brain, no longer. The magic of the crown has caused it to evolve. It has become something more. Another brain. I was as surprised as you were. It has been anticipating our every move from the start. I underestimated it. We will need to rethink our plan. Sometimes, freedom requires us to make sacrifices.
Need to keep going.
Let's get going. Can't slow down.
The Githyanki's power will see us through. I have assessed our encounter with the Netherbrain from every angle. I know why we failed. The problem was not the stones. The problem was you. You can make only one move at a time, but the Netherbrain calculates every possible move at once. It knows what you will do. It knows everything you could possibly do. You cannot outmaneuver it. To defeat it, you would have to think like an Elithid. Better yet, be one. Your mind is not capable of this. Mine is. You will give the stones to me. I will assimilate Orpheus, and then I will be able to leave this prison to face the brain.
This fella and his ultimatums. But he's forgetting one thing. We could become Illithid. I mean, I could. You could trust me to do what needs to be done.
Почему-то реплики нет. По-моему, вот это... По-моему, 4 нажал.
Then you must become a mind flayer. It is the only way. You have resisted such a fate so far, and this would be a complete evolution. And you will be an Illithid for the rest of your days. Is this really something you would be willing to accept?
Hold a moment. We are not so short on time that we cannot stop and think about this.
If we do not do this, all is lost.
The Emperor might be right, but we're not out of options yet. Let me transform. I'm not long for this world. I can feel it. You can trust me to use the stones as we planned. To defeat the brain and nothing more. It's the perfect solution. Say you agree. Please. I've never been more sure of anything. This heart inside me is about to blow. Doesn't matter which body it takes out with it, right? If this is the end for me, let me be the motherfucker who saved the world. You're very fucking welcome, soldier. If anyone was gonna look even better with tentacles, it was gonna be me. Let's do this.
I trust you have aired opinions and grievances and made your decision. Are you ready to become a mind flayer? Very well. I had the means to evolve you. I took this one from the Nautiloid. I have been nurturing it ever since, priming it for your use. Open your mind to it. Its latent potential will do the rest.
Latent potential. All right, let's do this. I'm ready. Turn me, damn it!
She is transformed. Her body is no longer hers, but her eyes, her heart. She is still Karlach for now, only. There's a hunger in her eyes that wasn't there before.
You feel it, don't you? The hunger. Embrace it. Feed. I'm sure you will learn how to do it more gracefully with time. But you have done what is necessary. The greater challenge now lies ahead of us. The Netherbrain. Come. We must follow the brain's path. This time, we will not fail.
I think I'm going to be sick.
Come. It's time to leave.
There goes my appetite for a while.
Vile. There is nothing of nature.
I think we're done here. I'll certainly be glad to see the back of it anyway.
A private word would be nice.
This is wild. I'm myself, but more. It's like I'm beyond myself. I can sense things I never knew were there. And my engine, it's silent. No heat. No gears. Still there, but no longer threatening to explode. Soldier? Yes. Yes. My God. Is it possible? Shit. I'm gonna be alright. I get to be alive. I get to stay. As a hideous monster, sure. But one that can feel, think, live. But I'm still myself, and I know what our mission is. I'm glad I get to do the honors.
You'll have to face Oblivion another time, it seems. I'm glad for you. if it's what you want.
I'll do you one better than good. Let's do something absolutely legendary.
You know this might be the easy part. No planning, no doubt. Just the impossible task ahead. So try to have a little fun, yes? This is not my first time fighting for the fate of this damn city. I thought I'd die in any one of the last 3 apocalypses. I have been wrong every time. Long may it continue.
But there must be a way past it.
Our task is the same. Bring the Neverbrain.
I'll give it a shot.
We have lost much already, and we will lose more before the day is out. But even when the last soul falls, Baldur's Gate will stand. For Baldur's Gate is more than just a city. It is more than a place of opportunity for those of mercantile spirit. More than a place of refuge for those who are lost. More than a home for friends, loved ones, and adventuring souls. Baldur's Gate is a place where anyone can find what they need, if they're just willing to fight for it. Today, Baldur's Gate needs us. Today, we fight for... You're late, friend. This is the one you spoke of.
I said only kind and flowery things. Harper's honor. Yes, this is the one. And just in time. There's a city to be saved.
The Fist examines your illithid ally with suspicion. He was not expecting the savior of Baldur's Gate to be accompanied by a mind flayer.
Appearances may change, but they do not mask the one within. This one, I know. Observe with whom it traveleth. Friends. This mind flayer will fight with thee. It will save thy city and thy lives.
The Fist eyes your illithid ally with suspicion, softening to curiosity. His hostility melting at the recognition that there's more behind those eyes than malice.
My steel is yours, and I'm not alone.
Never thought I'd be fighting alongside a mind flayer. But I'll fight with you. With magic.
I'm in the mood to crack some skulls after that fuckery in the Temple of Baal. The City Watch will be glad to oblige me.
Not sure what I have to offer a mind flayer, if I'm honest. But I hope my words of encouragement and reassurance will strengthen your resolve.
I was the first Dark Justiciar in a generation, but soon will be Legion. And today, we fight at your side.
Nature's servant awaits.
Glad to have you with us, and not a moment too soon.
The air is thick with anticipation. All eyes are on you. They're expecting a speech, Something to stir their hearts and put fire in their bellies for the fight ahead.
Many of you know my name. Few of you know my face. This is as it should be. I am not a hero. I am a servant. Of nature. Of balance. Of life. At this moment, I serve all of you. I buried my husband, Khalid, 100 years ago. That wound still bleeds. While I draw breath, I will not let this city bleed.
Well said. We'll prepare ourselves. We'll be ready when you call upon us. Balduran's grace be with you.
Subdued. At last. This is its death rattle.
Spare me. Join me. Wield me. Become absolute!
This is it, soldier. This is what we fought for. Time to end this thing.
The brain is on the cusp of its final thought, and it's taking all of Karlak's strength to keep it there. An opportunity, perhaps.
No more tadpoles, brain. It's time to die.
I must obey. I must end.
Hopes, nightmares, and the screams of legions upon legions of unborn lipids. The pain rips through you, obliterating all thought, all feeling. Your tadpole burns in your brain. Silence. For the first time in a long time, your thoughts are entirely your own. And then, gravity. Everything you did, everything you sacrificed, it was worth it. For this.
Well, this is a bigger mess than any we made in the old days. My congratulations.
My powers, they're draining. Just like Mazora said they would. A small price to pay in the grand scheme of things.
We really did it.
And the tadpoles have fallen silent, I take it? Good. A mind flare wouldn't make for much of a heroic statue. Well, perhaps I speak with too much haste.
It's all right. I knew what I was doing. I did, didn't I? I saved the fucking world. And I think I might live long enough to tell the tale too.
Skvar, you may have succeeded, but I have failed. Gith's son is dead, and Vlaakith has abandoned me. I will be hunted by her Inquisition to the ends of the world. I must leave. I have nothing more to gain by being here. You helped my people end the Grand Design. For this, I will remember you. But I will not forget what you have cost us. I will remember the fights we fought together. But my next fights will be without you.
Reprieve from the Githyanki invasion. For this day at least.
With the Githyanki gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city. Smoldering, waiting to be rebuilt. But it seems that Gale's mind is elsewhere.
The crown. It's somewhere in the Chiontha. If I salvage the stones, I can reforge it. The power of Karsus would be in my hands. But what then? What would I do with it once I have it? And what kind of god would I be? No kind the world will suffer for the absence of. And, I hope, there are plenty on mortal soil who would regret my absence. If this adventure has taught me anything, it's that there are things in this world far more valuable than power. Besides, grown quite fond of this merry band of ours, but I'd quite like to see what happens to it. I'm sure Mistra will summon me soon enough, but until then, I propose we celebrate our victory the mortal way, with a drink in our hands and reckless abandon in our hearts.
I will not be joining you. I fear my presence will be no more welcome in the streets of the city than it ever was. I will miss you, too.
Now that you no longer live in each other's minds, it's hard to tell if the mind flare is being sincere, though perhaps no harder than it ever was.
There are many heroes' graves that will need to be dug, many eulogies to be written. Let's honor them, each and all, but preferably with a drink in hand.
It's over. And it's all because of you. You, who were destined to become a thrall. Thanks to you, there will be no Illithid Empire, no Death God's tyranny. You have earned your place amongst the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors of Baldur's Gate. 6 months have passed since you defeated the Netherbrain. And since then, you have seen more of life than you ever thought possible. You are greeted as a savior, a champion, a hero. But sometimes you feel like something else entirely. An adventurer, a traveler, a survivor. You faced down the gods. You thwarted the grand design. Anything seems possible. But before you can write the next chapter of your story, you must end this one.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight, fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
I have a lot on my mind.
Lady Shah's blessings to you. Or perhaps you don't need them. You look well. Very apt choice of words. But it doesn't just go for me. Lady Shah's entire church prospers. The Absolute washed the Sword Coast with blood and tears. It is now fertile ground for her message to flourish. Broken hearts, shaken faiths, refugees without homes, former cultists without purpose. They can all become the Night Singer's children, with the right nudge. You should see how they flock to us. We spread like the night sky chasing the sun below the horizon. Thank you. But enough of that. I won't have it said that I'm not capable of enjoying a fine night with good company. Tell me what you've been doing. I won't pretend I'm not a little jealous. Lady Shah is a demanding mistress, as is her right to be. But a little calm and solitude would be a tonic. I suppose you'll be keen to do the rounds, with so many old acquaintances gathered. Do not let me hoard your time. But Don't be such a stranger, either, in future. You know where to find me. I can always make some time for an old friend. One of the privileges of being in charge. I've got my own private wine cellar now. I'll keep a special vintage aside for your visit. What? A show of sincere affection? You're lucky none of my followers are around to witness this. Come here. Let's keep that our special secret. I have a reputation to maintain, you know. Almost as busy as I am. Such rapid growth creates a good deal of work for a quartermaster. So many lost souls in need of dark cloaks. She has risen to the occasion, though, as I knew she would. Sometimes she fears the others will grow jealous, but I see her as a favorite. Well, it's true. I do. They can challenge me on the matter if they dare, though none are so bold. All-consuming. Endless decisions to make, underlings jockeying for your attention, threats from the outside, threats from the inside. There's times I miss when it was just our little group against the odds. Simplicity is a luxury that's drifted out of my reach, I'm afraid. But at least for tonight, I can have a taste of how it used to be. I shouldn't. But from time to time, yes. Holding the office she once held, standing within the shadow of Lady Shah herself, it complicates my feelings towards her. I came to see her as an adversary, an obstacle. But what recourse did she have? What did she see when she looked at me? A future in which she was discarded, where the reward for her service and sacrifice was to groom her own replacement. What transpired was the Dark Lady's will. If time rolled back, I would do the same thing all over again without hesitation. Yet, I am not without sympathy.
Ah, soldier. How glad I am to see you again. I'd started to wonder if I ever would. I'm sorry I haven't reached out. I guess I wasn't sure what you'd make of me. I've changed so much. But then again, you have too. I can't tell if that's admiration or revulsion on your face. Or maybe something else entirely. I'd ask you what you'd been up to for 6 whole months, but then I'd have to reciprocate. And I'm not sure you're ready for the truth. Let us test that theory. Do you remember how my favorite food used to be mutton chops? I'm now far more interested in, well, brains. True. But I've found ways to maintain my values while respecting that which I am. that which made it possible for me to live. I've made arrangements with a healer in the city. When a patient is beyond saving, but still able to speak for themselves, they're offered a choice. They can go as nature intends to take them, or when they're ready, when their goodbyes have been said, their affairs settled, and all that awaits them is pain, I relieve them. When I consume their brains, I am nourished by much more than the physical nutrition. Their memories, from birth to death, become part of me. I've lived hundreds of childhoods, first loves, marriages, feuds, and friendships. I remember them all. And in this way, we all live on together.
Только заметил визуальный баг, что она горит. Может зарепортить им.
Thanks, soldier. It feels that way too. It's been wonderful to see you again. Reminds me of old times around the campfire. We used to think becoming a mind flayer was a fate worse than death. I wouldn't trade my life, this life, for anything. Funny how things change, isn't it? Enjoy the night, my friend. I know I will.
It's good to meet again. Well now, you can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to. Ah, how nice to be understood again. I have spent the past months bickering with builders and bankers, all to restore the city exactly as it was. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers, same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon, same cisterns overflowing, huh? Baldurians simply get on with it. Stubbornness, civic spirit, plain stupidity. Perhaps all three, but nothing I will sniff at any longer. Harpers have come from half the world over to lend aid. Farmers, masons, healers. My own son, Jord, has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing. Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming Fist. Temporarily, you understand. To organize the craftsmen. Though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing aid funds. They might learn a thing or two, if they don't expel her. Again. There is still much to do. People to house. A Harper network to rebuild. I may have little love for this city, but so long as my family chooses to serve it, I can do no less. The songs of my suffering will break hearts from here to the Hordlands, I am sure. Now, before this night grows any deeper, I must inspect the refreshments. You'll never know. Some ne'er-do-well might have tampered with the wine.
To get very hungry.
Например, тут же Хейра. Это в твоем стиле. Я, кстати, понял, что я с Лайзель не поговорил, когда прошел.
For 2 months I trained the Knights of the Comet. For 2 more I skewered Kithraki bellies. And for 2 more yet, I traveled through Limbo. I never imagined we'd be standing toe to toe on this day, in this place.
Как я ее пропустил
I
ночью.
always told myself, a necessary partnership. But in spite of every strained word, every barbed glance, seeing you brings me even more pleasure than taking a Royal Inquisitor's head. It's nice to hear it. It's taken a dozen Gish's talents, a few stolen psi crystals, and 2 10 days of effort to conjure my projection. Worth it, I'd say. I miss this place. This... Fey Run. Shractalor.
Ты уже на самый конец пришел. Лейзели вообще мы не брали последние эти. Орфеусом не спасли. Влакит настроили против Лейзель. Ну, то есть правили ей мозги. А она сказала в финале, что я уважаю твои... Ну, то есть ты сделал хорошее, ты сделал плохое. Но у нас дороги расходятся, как бы. Ну, и мы попрощались просто хорошо, да и все. Собственно, гиты ушли из города у меня. Они вообще не появлялись нигде в финал. Только их драконы появлялись, а самих гитов нигде. А она куда-то ушла вообще с Фейруна. Вот сейчас мы... Вон она отвечает, что я в каком-то... Сделала сама проекцию. То есть она вообще не в этом... Ну, он этот иссохший не имеет власти, как я так понимаю, над ней. Он смог призвать только ее проекцию. Она сама ее сделала с помощью магии. Что-то в таком духе, а? Что это? Ну, мы сами выясняем. У них есть какой-то, видишь, у гитов есть изгнанники. Есть отдельное какое-то свое еще подполье. Короче, у них восстание идет. Теперь против этой волокиты. Ну, я понял, что он сделал, а кто он такой. Ну, я считал этот спойлер, что он тоже какой-то древний бог. Я это, в принципе, ну, с самого начала примерно. Ну, я знаю, что он весь, ну, замысел это его. Замысел, понятно. Но прямым текстом... Вроде говорилось что-то, но я читал, что это тоже какой-то древний бог из прошлых частей Балдура. Да я перечитаю Вики, я спал сегодня 4 часа просто. Перечитаю еще. Да как бы, кто он там? Это еще на Reddit все посижу, почитаю. Ну, можешь написать. Можешь написать, почему, ну, почему нет. На самом деле, можешь написать. Ускоришь, чем самому это все искать. То, что, ну, его замысел, по сути, все, что происходило, это его замысел, ну, окей. То есть, вот иду. Ну, да. Ну, то есть, он над этой троицей...
My blade is keen as ever. But it was you who showed me that a proper victory
Это
doesn't
понятно, это я
always
знаю.
require a razor-sharp edge. Sometimes a sincere plea is more persuasive than a dagger against the neck. Minyara Gith is an ascetic. He reached out in good faith. This is his way. It is in this spirit that I must meet him. And if he refuses,
У меня Карлок стала лисидом из такого. У меня все концовки хорошие, у меня ни одной плохой ветки по итогу. Мне все нравится.
People will be free. But you've heard that refrain before. Zealous, bossy, insistent. All part and parcel of my...
Жаль, ты Shadow Heart пропустил. Ну, можно еще раз загрузить, но не хочется. Shadow Heart очень теплый тоже.
When the comet has risen, when the Lich Queen has crumbled to dust, I miss this place. More to the point, I miss you. I wouldn't even deny it with Vlakith's Vorpal blade at my neck. Though, I'd rather it not come to that. Now go, mingle a bit. That's the word, right?
Ну да, я там...
Mingle. I'll be back.
Я видел краем глаза.
The Overgod himself couldn't keep me away.
Даже никакого практика. Вилла я вообще не доделал. Я не прошел Вилла сюжет. Ну, я не хочу, честно говоря, мне не интересно. По итогу мне не интересно Вилла. Все, что мне интересно, я прошел. Гномов, если я заспойлерил, на ютубе посмотрел. Мне не... Я еще раньше подспойлерил, случайно. Ну, геймплейно, но сюжетно мне не хочется. Дракон этого хотите искать? Я что-то не очень уже хочу этого. Ну, перебор. Мне так хватило. Я в финале дракона бил. У меня было... А, дракон не виловский. Ну, окей. Давай историю. Да не, слушай, это первое прохождение и не на 100%. Конечно, не понял. Как я должен понять? Я не делал его ветку. Ну, я буду все равно, Артем, я буду читать весь Reddit. Я обычно пройду и часов 8 читаю Reddit потом по всем вопросам, которые мне... Ну, можешь написать, почему нет? Можешь все писать, вообще не парься уже все. Дракон. Так Балдуран сын Балдурана? Или, получается... Или сам, который там сотни лет живет? Так и как он жил столько?
A wonder of the skies, but a lumbering oaf on the ground. I tried a sly approach.
А, ну про него я, кстати, не рассказал тебе.
Poison poured from its mouth as it descended. I tumbled away, shot it with arrows, and it crashed to the ground.
Сейчас ты говорит.
The battle there and then. But this was prey that deserved to be played with. The beast was a smoking heap of black-green scales once the battle was over. The elves and I sang songs and drank mead in celebration until their barrels went dry.
В общем, император у нас разошелся, говорит, мне места нет в этом городе. Спасибо тебе там за все. И в таком... Ну и как бы такой наратор говорит, непонятно, он типа искренне рад или притворяется, как и всегда. Ну такое... Не, хорошо получилось. То есть Карле мы отдали... Ну, превратили Карла в элитида. Камни у нее были только на файт. В общем-то так получилось. Ну, Карла рада, что она стала элитидом. По итогу.
I've missed you too. The rush of battles we fought, the heart-to-hearts, the nights around the fire.
Ну, с Корташем я знал, что можно союз заключить. Заключил. И Орфея бы я вот не смотрел, но в пользу Орфея я бы не сделал выбор никак в первом прохождении. Ничего в пользу Орфея, ну, в меня не указывало, то есть, что я его хочу освободить. Вот вообще, ну, прям ничто не перетягивало чашу. Ну да, у тебя Лаэзель. У меня из-за того, что Лаэзель мимо.
I won't lie. Losing the eldritch blasts and the hexes took some getting used to.
Не
Nothing
осуждаем.
but void,
Здесь ничего не
where once there
обсуждаем.
was hellfire. So, I stoked new fires in myself
Ну и
using the
такого
lessons my
порядка
father
вещей,
once
конечно.
taught me. Now, the blade of frontiers is a ranger.
Вот вилла, сюжетка мне, наверное... Да не, у меня, ну ты пропустил Шадухар, самая вкусная была Шадухар. Мы даже обнялись. Не, я доволен, мне файты все понравились, и Сорин мне не понравилось, что только бить этих культистов. Единственное, что мне финалка достойная, финалки... Переход, наверное, знаешь, переход в портал кривоватый. Вот как-то им надо было сделать, чтобы обнулялись ходы. Я загрузился, потому что я зашел в портал. За одним персонажем получил тут же имстан. Все остальные у меня не зашли. Короче, как-то криво. Вот это вот переход именно в портал в финалке. Я бы что-то с этим сделал. Ну, не знаю, как им. Пусть бы все заходили в портал, расставлялись сразу, и зачем это, не совсем понятно. Вроде со всеми поговорил, со Шкрябом не поговорил. Только красиво Шадухар. Интересно, у нее наряд разный в финалке? Прям очень вкусный наряд. За Шкрябом только не говорили, но там такое... Кто там ходит? Гейл. А с Гейлом не говорили. Гейла тоже прикольный финал. Вот да, я так и думал, что у него заселенная.
I found this. It smelled like you, so I kept it. Seemed like something you might like to throw. So am I. I've got a nice home in the city now. A girl named Mindy says I'm her best friend.
Блин, надо показать Гейла тебе успеть до стрима. У тебя в 5 или в 6? Подожди.
I hardly know who to snuggle.
Успею. В 5. Ну сейчас быстро тогда.
You know best. But a little fetch never hurts.
Он еще этот иссохший издевается, сферу эту.
I certainly have, and I always will. Forever.
Пустая астральная призма. Издевается еще. Где Гейла все? Но Гейлом я знаю ветки, что можно стать богом. У него очень много выборов на самом деле. Ну вот это прикольно. Это ж... Но мне почему-то кажется, много у кого такой финал Гейла. Тут ты решил ограничиться только школой иллюзий, когда ты мог показать весь набор.
However, the Black Staff insisted I couldn't teach every subject, nor could the simulacra of myself I offered to create for that purpose. So I've settled for teaching the art of illusion. Magic to confound the senses, to render the impossible into reality, and to allow expression of that most magical attribute of all. Imagination.
Да все с игрой хорошо. Я...
My students find me somewhat
Ладно, сейчас он
intimidating
доберет.
due to my explosive former reputation. I seem to put the fear of the gods into them. Or the fear of Mistra, to be more specific.
Короче, села спокойно играть ночь. Блин.
As I told you I would. And in return, she cured me of the orb at last. Even now, I struggle to put the feelings into words. It was like exhaling for the first time after holding my breath for so very long. Of course, I haven't clarified with my students that the orb is no longer a threat. The legend of my explosive capabilities is an excellent means of controlling a classroom. Too good, if anything. I spend most of my time trying to convince them how much fun the study of magic can be. But easier to crack a smile on an intellect devourer than some of my pupils.
Короче, все, что я говорил все стримы, я сел спокойно, заварил чай, и меня за уши невозможно было тянуть от этой игры до 10. Я 10 утра закончил сегодня, поспал 4 часа. То есть стримы, эта игра не для стримов. Все, ее надо проходить спокойно, в своем ритме, как вам нравится. Стрим портит ее. Я не жалею, что финал прошел один. Это как звать... Ладно, не хочу эту шутку, но это как звать в постель какого-то третьего и наблюдателя. Ну, это вообще какой-то, ну полный отстой. Проходите на стриме в первый раз не стоит. Надо пройти самому спокойно. Это...
Still, I hoped my students might be a little more open to the playful side of such magic.
Он другой нажимал.
Try their best, of course, when they can manage to stay awake.
The cheek of them! Nothing a well-placed swipe from Tara can't fix, though.
And what of you? What are you making of this newfound lease of life we earned? Quiet is not always peace. That much I can vouch for. But in your case, I think you deserve a moment's rest. I've told my students plenty of tales about our escapades. You're something of a hero to them, you know? I'll be delighted to introduce you to my current cohort as a guest lecturer, perhaps. I'm sure they'll have plenty of questions for you. Excellent. I knew you wouldn't be able to resist the allure of sharing your expertise. Of course, you'll be most welcome to stay with me in my tower. My apologies, Tara. That would be our tower. It will give us plenty of time to catch up on your adventures. I'm very curious to know what you've been up to these past months. But I suspect the telling of that tale would keep you tied to me all evening. So, in the spirit of selflessness, I encourage you to mix and mingle for now. With time enough to come.
Гордоша жалко в какой-то мере слили. Ну, это все говорят, как будто.
Oh, right. You. Hello. Yes, I'm certain it is. As for you, well, I've heard congratulations are in order. You helped Mr. Decario save Baldur's Gate from the Absolute, isn't that right?
Ну да, это, как бы, блин, не знаю, им надо как-то сделать. Ну, это, знаешь, еще почему такое чувство? Ты только с ним сделал союз, и сразу же он погиб. Буквально вот. Вжух-вжух. Если бы это было чуть дольше, там вы прошли какое-то с ним приключение, оно бы было нормально, ощущалось. Из-за того, что они сразу идем в союз, он садится, ну там, приплывают, все, умер. Ну, как-то...
Well done. Despite my old friend's genius, he'd have blown himself up long ago if not for the help of friends like you and I.
Да ты понимаешь, Кетрику дают раскрыться, Орин дают раскрыться. Вот ты уже с языка снял. Дали бы ему возможность показать себя в бое с этим, ну, с этой, короче, Абсолют, просто раскрыться и погибнуть уже потом. Почему это не дать? Чего они его так не любят? Не знаю. Просто, ну... Пусть там будет какая-то засада абсолютистов, он там что-нибудь выкинет. Ну, что можно было придумать, короче.
send word by pigeon when we've need of you. I used to have a taste for them, but a great
Персонаж очень стильный, харизматичный, и голос хорошо, актер подобран. Короче, как-то его они... С Вола я только не говорил. Ну, Вола там ничего не скажет. Короче, черт бы с тем, кому нужен Вола. Давайте все финалить. И... Вола скажет, что напишет историю в нашу честь, и все. И назовет ее герой и я. Родителей нет, не нашел. Я тебе говорю, я плюнул. Я просто хотел закрыть игру. Я может, посмотрю на ютубе просто или на Reddit все эти ветки.
This one night is like any other, and yet different. Thou art the savior of Baldur's Gate. Until such time.
Да не жаль, не, я вообще не жалею. Я посидел очень хорошо вчера. Мне хотелось этих боевок финальных, я их получил, и они мне... Я со второго раза прошел финальную, первую я слишком сильно вперед зашел Карлой, и она получала магических снарядов, я сильно вперед ее... Думал, ее вообще не пробьют, я не знал про спылы. Ну, короче, вообще нельзя так торопиться, а со второго я и дракона завалил. И всех завалил, и дракона на финалке, и в этот зашел тоже. Да не скажу, что спидран. Что-то выполнили, но... Ну да. Можно еще 30 часов тут сидеть. Я не хочу просто. Я сказал, что я хочу лечь спать. Да можно, ты знаешь, так... Будет ли лучше от того, что ты просидишь 30-40 часов эти? Если ты чувствуешь, что ты уже все, хочешь финал. Гномов я просто заспойлерил, я знал, что с гномами фигня там. Мне вообще финал гномов... Вообще их тоже ветка такая, как бы сказать, прохладная довольно. Ну, по итогу финалка с этим Вульберином. Ничего там интересного особо нет. Я думаю, 100% не предусмотрено, а просто... Ну как, ты сам себе испортишь последующее прохождение, да?
If thou could only see the paths of fate untaken, thy mind would surely break. Be glad of thy chosen path. It is, after all, thine.
Мне нравится здесь в финале, вот в этом лагере, четвертую стену ломают. Сидят, как будто ты ДНД-партию провел, и такие все как бы прощаются, обнимаются, все там. Спасибо за время тебе там. Ну, прикольно сделали.
What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen. The balance of the world restored.
Ну, его план, что у Летидов нет души, души не пойдут ни Баалу, ни Бейну, ни Меркулу.
Played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready, for thou mayst yet be.
Ну, игра не идеальная, но близко. 9,5 я ей ставил бы. Но идеального ничего не бывает. Мне бы хотелось расстановку на босс-файтах. То есть вот что моя идея, смотри, на босс-файтах ты приходишь, ты не в позиции, тебе предлагают расставить персонажей. Хотя бы, ну, 3 персонажей предложите расставить на этот босс-файт в первой фазе. Как ты хочешь, все. Вот этого бы я, наверное, хотел. Я бы поставил 10, если бы эта фича была. Мне надоело сплитить этих персонажей на каждый босс-файт. Расставлять их до этого. То есть мне это, наоборот, душит. Соврата Волнера.
To you.
Слушай, у меня тоже много игр на 100% ачивок, которые ты опухнешь делать. Поверь. Вот даже Бэтмен Архам Найт на 100% ачивок, какой-нибудь Бэтмен Архам Сити, ты не представляешь, что там нужно сделать, чтобы сделать 100% ачивок. Это пожестче, может даже Элдена. Ладно, все. Всем спасибо. Мы это сделали. Всего 135 часов где-то заняло, по-моему. Порядка 135. Мне надо уже закрыть было Балдер просто и отпустить, переварить его. Затянулся он. Хорошего тебе стрима. Что мы вечера. Пока-пока.
There thou art, the dead three. Thy faces gods, thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed,
Didst believe I would not notice. Thou soughtst to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become mind flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice? Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools, everyone. The supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals, I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.